Hello and welcome to Cereal at Midnight. My name is Heath, and in this episode we are going back to the thrift store. You and me, we are going to the thrift store together. This is a semi-regular feature at Cereal at Midnight. We've been doing it for years. This is like there's over 24 installments. So I love a bargain. I love to see what's out there. I love to explain. It's the treasure hunting aspect, right? I'm like a Jack Sparrow. I go into the thrift store. I'm like, bring me that horizon, yo ho. And you see what you can find, and there's all sorts of treasures there. So I shot footage in the thrift store, and I'm gonna cut to that, and I narrate that. So we'll experience that together. Then I'm gonna cut back here, and I'll show you guys what I actually picked up. So let's cut to Heath of, do we want to be Heath of Earth 2, Heath of the Future? Let's do Heath of Earth 2. Take it away.
Flags, Heath of Earth Prime. We're here outside the Salvation Army by the sign. So I had to shoot the sign as I was leaving the parking lot because I forgot to shoot an establishing shot of the building itself. So here we are. Here's the Blu-ray. Look at the Blu-rays. So many great titles here. 300 on Blu-ray, Cabin in the Woods on Blu-ray. I don't expect to see things like this at a thrift store. Why? Why are these at a thrift store? Who else remembers the Super Bit format? Which was, they'd leave the special features off the disc so that the whole DVD had the least compression possible. They're like, better picture, better sound. It was actually a cool format. DVDs in the morning. It's as close as I get to a Dave Matthews impression. All the thrift store deals are marked out. There's Chinese DVD. I assume these are Chinese. They look Chinese, but I don't. Who can help me with that? Does anyone know what that was? What it was called? There was a lot of stuff like that here. And I want to shout this out. Not Mariah Carey. I want to shout out the selection. Like, if you're just into seeing things, if you just want to watch as many movies as you can, regardless. I love Flight of the Conchords. Binary solo 0000111 if you're just into seeing movies, which is what I advocate, I've always advocated, just see it. I don't care how you see it, just see it. There's so much good stuff here. There's so much movie history. Most of it's on DVD, but you could see so much. I wonder what the other thrift stores are like across the country, if this is similar sort of selection. I mean, you got like indie hits, you've got 90s stuff, you've got, look, independent horror, Skinwalkers, really cool stuff that we're not really talking about, but maybe we should be. Have mercy. I'm sorry. Kind of have to though, right? Kind of have to say that. There's just random seasons of TV shows. We got Charlie's Angels season 2. We got Nip Tuck. Here's the thing. I wonder why, like, did they pull a box and they're like, oh, this one has Charlie's Angels season 2. Is season 1 back there? You know, like, is the whole series back there somewhere? They just haven't gotten to it yet. Greetings and salutations. My name is Christian Slater. I am in this film. Also, what is this? What is this? Look into his eyes. Look into his eyes. Look at this. Anchorman. Blu-ray. Breakfast Club. Blu-ray. What world is this? Where people are donating the classics. The comedy classics. It's not all they're donating. Look, we got National Treasure 2. We got Gattaca, which I love. I've shouted it out every time I see it at this thrift store. Swingers. Jon Favreau. Vince Vaughn. An incredible movie. Miramax 90s goodness. That's my era. So much stuff here. Who can vouch for this Will Ferrell? You're welcome, America. That was his, like, George W. Bush character. 2 copies of Zoolander when 1 isn't enough. Rounders was a good movie. That's Miramax. Yeah, Miramax. 90s Miramax. Or was it early 2000s Miramax? It's around there. Got Disney movies showing up at the thrift store. I guess people are like, well, we have Disney Plus. It's like a toy got a series. Which, I mean, Transformers, G.I. Joe, yeah, whatever. But I think the star is a toy? I don't know. I'm intrigued. Here's the story of a TV season. Thank you. Cut it out. Here. I don't know any more Full House. You got it, dude. There we go. multiple Mac Bolan novels, and I already have these, so of course I left them. You know, I don't come to the thrift store I don't need duplicates of these things, so hopefully these Executioner books bring someone else punishment. I was gonna say joy, but that's not in the spirit of Mac Bolan. Ferris Bueller tucked away here on the books, in the book rack, and it's a Blockbuster copy. We remember you, Blockbuster. Another Mac Bolan book. It's a great cover. And, if you're interested, The Psychology of Superheroes. I don't know what these are, and I would love some help on these. Are these, like, history books that are, like, anime style? I mean, it's not anime. I don't even think it's Japanese. What is this? Is this Korean? What is this, guys? And does anyone know what these volumes are? They look amazing. At first I thought it was like an illustrated Bible thing, but I think it's more history than someone just got mad because I think it's more history than biblical stories. Like, yeah, I mean, like it goes, looks like it gets into like just the last few hundred years. Unplug the Christmas machine, man. It's about putting joy. You could just watch Serial at midnight, Christmas in July. We put the joy back into Christmas. Also, this is probably one of the weirdest things I've ever seen at a thrift store. Also, the coolest, an accordion, $199. Heath of Earth Prime, back to you.
Thanks, Heath of Earth 2. Wow, that accordion is the weirdest thing I've seen in a thrift store in a while. Or you have seen, Heath of Earth 2. So what did I actually buy? Not that much, because here's the thing. After years of thrift store hunting, after years of collecting physical media, I don't need that much, and I'm trying not to add to the clutter, right? I don't want clutter. I want things that I'm actually going to enjoy. So it's a relatively small haul, y'all. But you already saw the first thing. I put it in the thumbnail because I love the cover. I love the cover. I love the cover art, y'all, of The White Gorilla. This is still sealed. This is from Alpha Video, which is a friend to like the 30s and 40s serials and B movies and low budget pitches. I'm going to start calling, I do from time to time, I'm going to start calling movies pictures more and more. It's very retro, very old school. I want to do that. So White Gorilla is a picture that stars Ray Crash Corrigan, see? Ray Corrigan was a B-movie film star, serial star, stuntman. He's very famous for, like the many westerns and stuff. You look up Crash Corrigan or Ray Corrigan, you're going to find out a lot of cool things about early, 30s, 40s Hollywood. So this is a 1945 movie about, I haven't seen this, but reading the plot of it, it's like this gorilla is outcast from his tribe because they're black gorillas and he's a white gorilla. And then there's like this, I'm like, is this a race metaphor in 1945? I think it is. And it's really interesting. So given the talents involved, Lorraine Miller and an all-star cast directed by H.L. Fraser, from a story by Monroe Talbot. So I'll flip this over here. But I love these Alpha Videos presentations. These are public domain movies most of the time. But Alpha Video does a decent job of getting fair to middling prints that you can really watch and appreciate. So this is the kind of thing that, who else is talking about this on YouTube, you guys? There are people who are talking about it, but I love to shout these things out. I'm really passionate about serials and B-movies and movie history. And you guys know that. I mean, we talk about this stuff all the time. Okay, National Treasure on DVD. That's right. I did not own National Treasure. I did at some point. I had this DVD at some point, but I had gotten rid of it over the years. I don't know when. I don't know where. I don't know how. I don't know why. I do know why, because it's National Treasure, and I'm not going to watch this like a ton. But this is the summer of Cage, and because I did not have this, and because I do not have a subscription to Disney Plus, solidarity for everyone who doesn't have a Disney Plus subscription, I wanted to have access to National Treasure without having to jump through the hoops and the hurdles. So this was, DVD, the right price, and we've already watched it, and it's going to pop up in the next installment of The Summer of Cage. So National Treasure. I do have National Treasure 2 on Blu-ray. Side note, got it for free through Prime Day at Amazon this past year. It was $5.99 with a Prime Day discount of $5.99. So it shipped for free. The National Treasure 2 Blu-ray for free. And I'm not the only one who got that deal either. I also bought Truth or Consequences New Mexico, or Truth or Consequences NM. This is Kiefer Sutherland directing. Very cool 90s crime film. What year is this? I want to say 94? 98. Wow, I was way off on that one. Is that right? 97. It's 1997. Okay. I love this kind of movie. I love the independent crime movie. And you guys, behind the scenes again, more and more I'm getting really fatigued from the blockbuster cycle, from popcorn cinema. It used to be popcorn was a nice alternative to the more, through movies like this. Now, movies like this rarely get made, and we have these huge spectacles. I'm just getting really burned out on some of those spectacles, and I'm returning to these like a deer to water in the woods. I don't know, what a weird thing to say, but I did not own Truth or Consequences NM. Cool cast. Vincent Gallo is in this. We call him Vincent. Yeah, Vincent. Anyway, so it's still sealed as well. Both the Crash Corrigan movie and Truth or Consequences are still sealed. The last movie that I got here, it's another DVD. All you DVD haters are like, why would he? They're like garbage from the bottom of your shoe that you get in a parking lot. Like, there's a lot of weird DVD haters. DVDs are fine. I do love 4K. I love Blu-ray. I love 4K. Just watch the movie. Like, we put format. This is like the side rant you weren't expecting in a thrift store video. So much of the community here values format over the film experience itself. Like, let's talk about first of all, watch the movie. That's the most important thing. Watch the movie. Enjoy the movie. And then if you see an opportunity for better quality, that's fine. My goal, you go back to those early videos, like collecting physical media in a digital world, my talking points were always, hey, watch movies. Format should come secondary to watching movies. Always been my message on that note. That's why I bought... Guys, it's all about the cinema, man. It's all about the cinema. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I can't even get it out. The Island of Misfit Toys. Who remembers this movie? I do. This was a late 90s. No, maybe it's early 2000s. Let's see if we can find a year. I'm going to say maybe it's 2001. This was I think it was a direct-to-video. Maybe they showed on television. This is from Good Times. Who remembers Good Times, too? You used to have, like, the dollar VHS tapes that they're still in dollar stores and stuff. But Good Times put this out. This was a sequel. It was like a direct-to-video sequel, or maybe a TV sequel that then got a direct-to-video thing. And then history quickly forgot about it. I mean, I love Rankin Bass, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I watch it every single year. As I'm recording this video, we're celebrating Christmas in July at Cereal at Midnight to just, tap into that Christmas magic. This is something so few people even know exists. There was a huge marketing push around this. There was like a Sears tie-in. I think it was Sears, and they had like ornaments and like a Christmas village, and it was like this, like the Abominable Snowman becomes like a character, like a main character sort of a thing. They have merchandise for that, they had plushes for this. It's crazy. So I'm gonna read the back. So starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Richard Dreyfuss, and Rick Moranis. That's the cast of this. So I don't think this has anything to do with Rankin Bass. I'm not seeing that anywhere on the back of this box or anything. CGI. And I bought it because it's a curiosity and because history has forgotten it, because I feel some sort of Christmas history preservation. I feel a call for that for some reason. So I just have a heart for it, and I was happy I never see this. I never see this DVD anywhere, so it was just like a sign, right? Last thing I bought, you guys are going to be like, what? Tops and Tails. This is a book about Ann Miller, who was an early Hollywood dancer, like a movie dancer. And so this is essentially a film book about this particular actor, performer, dancer in early Hollywood. It's an early Hollywood history story. And as I'm flipping through it, it's just like filled with production photos of early like RKO musicals and things like that. Because I love early film history as much more than I love modern film history. Look, like filmographies, they're going like movie by movie through her filmography. Because I love this stuff so much. This is like, you're never going to find this. I looked it up on Amazon, not because I am a reseller. You guys saw the stuff that I left on the shelves. Like I left The Breakfast Club. I left Anchorman. I probably could have made a few bucks of those on eBay, but I'm not interested in that. I'll leave those for somebody else. I'm not a flipper. I'm not a reseller. I buy for enjoyment. I buy for education. Like this I bought to educate myself on early RKO musicals, because that's way more important to me than a couple of bucks, than a couple of shillings to rub together. So I looked it up on Amazon just to see, like, what is this? What is the opinion on this? Someone was trying to sell this paperback copy for over $900, and I was like, a fat chance. And of course, there's sellers in like you have the third-party Amazon sellers. It was like $11, $12. So it's not particularly a valuable book, but we talk too much about value, and we don't talk enough about the intellectual. I mean, we do here, but let's focus on, learning and loving movies and pop culture, and less on like, but how much is it worth? It doesn't matter what it's worth, what you think it's worth. That's the secret behind all value. That's the secret behind eBay. It's worth what you pay for it. It's worth what you think it's worth. So, I mean, just look at all this stuff, man. Some of you guys are really into this. Not everybody, but some of you guys are going to be really into this. So, that's my thrift store haul. It's small, but I'm really excited about it because it's kind of personal and it's kind of fueled by passion. You see how like happy I am to talk to you guys about this stuff. And at no point was I like, and I got this because it's worth a lot of money. See, it's worth a mint. Yeah, that's the ticket. So this has been our thrift store video. Thanks for hanging out and talking with me about what I found. What are you guys finding at the thrift store? That's what I would really like to know, because it seems, like post-pandemic or like mid-pandemic, because it's not over, but it seems like the deals are few and far between for so many of us. So what's it looking like where you're at globally? I mean, some places are still in lockdown. Some places opened up lockdown and then have had to go back into lockdown. So it's really interesting. How will this affect the thrift stores, secondhand market? But I would love to know what you're finding out there. Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. Guys, thanks so much. Take care. Until next time, I will catch you later.